Hello, Tom. Yes.
Alright, welcome to the Point Podcast. It's your boys Afro Mike and Enoch. 4-year anniversary episode.
Come on.
And we're joined.
Is that what we're calling it?
Huh?
Is that what we're calling it?
No, we'll have another title.
Well, anyways, yeah, 4-year anniversary.
We're 4 years deep, man. So thank you for those who have been with us. They're new listeners. If you're listening for the first time, this is the Point Podcast where we talk faith, life, entertainment, music, three black British boys who just chop it up really. And this week we are joined by a very, very special guest, actor, comedian, social media superstar, daily paper wearer, man like Tom Moutchi.
God bless you.
What's going on? Amen. I'll wear daily paper one day as well, man.
Amen.
Amen.
I
Amen.
mean, you could just buy it.
Do you know what it is?
You know what I mean?
It's you man that wear daily
One
paper
day,
and put
one
Getty
day.
images in your photos, bruv. You get images on your daily paper, bruv. Man, like, well, thanks for joining us, bro.
God bless you. Thank you so much, man.
What how are you? How are you doing?
I'm tired, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm tired.
That
I'm
one's-
tired. I've been working a lot and it doesn't really stop. So, you know, you dream to be here, and then when you're here, you want rest.
You-
Well, you can't have rest, so this is what it takes, isn't it? So,
What was you on today? What was you doing today?
woke up, did a bit of writing with my friend. We were writing a madness. All my days of writing a madness. Just pull it in the air. But
Amen.
they went to see someone in West End, and then
Okay.
I went to see some editing done of Family Lamb season 3.
There's a season 3.
Yeah.
Live.
So
Alright.
yeah, man, that's what I've been on. What you guys been on?
I saw an interview a few months ago. Yeah, was it a few months ago?
Yeah.
An interview. Obviously, you were in it, and you spoke about Family Lamb possibly being on another broadcaster. Is that still happening or?
Just moving to BBC One.
Okay,
Okay.
sick.
'Cause it's BBC 3.
Sick.
That's sick.
Oh, Tommy just asked you how your day was.
I know, but do you know when he said season 3, I was like,
It just-
oh yeah, and I just remembered. I was like, oh yeah, let me just ask it
How
now.
was your day at Flabby?
My day was actually all right, you know.
Okay.
I was at home again, just
Well,
working.
I mean,
chilling.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I was
at home. Yeah, at home.
The
Again,
home that you
yeah.
bought. Wonderful.
yeah, I was just at home, you know, working from home, doing my thing.
He has a kitchen vent. You know, the ones you see at home base and all those, you know, lovely houses and that.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Those IKEA kitchens, yeah.
Jeez.
Yo, we thank God, innit? Thank God for the blessings still. I'm trying to be like you, Tom, man. I'm trying to be like
really
you,
gonna do that?
bro.
Ah,
You know them Clark's adverts, bro. I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Hashtag ad.
Bro, you own this place.
but fam, I'm trying to be like you.
You know, this man's moving like the Spider-Man meme. Man. You know what it is? So just to obviously give a backtrack as well. So the reason why we wanted to get you on the podcast, bro, because obviously like, so Tom and I have the same mentor, and we did a retreat, I think probably 2 years ago. And what our mentor kind of got us to do was to sit around the table, and every morning, like some of the brothers would share, it was all guys, and some of the brothers would just share their stories and that kind of thing. And Tom's story really stood out to me, man, because it was a story of trial and triumph, and we'll get into that later on in the podcast for sure. But for those who might not know who you are, just give us a bit of background of who Tom Moutchi is.
I'm from Ivory Coast.
Okay. Born.
Born in Ivory Coast.
Okay.
I came here when I was 7 in 1999. I always say this, but the first thing I saw on television was Manchester United winning
Come
the
on.
Premier League.
That's the best thing to see.
I'm not a Man United fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just the first thing I saw when I turned on and saw colour TV.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Peckham.
Okay.
That's my hometown. Love that place. I learned everything from there, and
You speak French?
yeah, that's my first language. It's still my first language.
Wow.
Like, I used to think in French. Now I speak in English.
Oh wow.
Now I think in English, but
Okay.
that was a mad time when I really
Mad.
think about it.
So did you have to learn when you came over? Did you have to,
The crazy thing is, there was a extracurricular thing called Springboard in primary school, and that's where they used to make me go to learn English. Do you know who created that? Lord Hastings.
No.
Wow.
way.
No way.
Like
Full circle.
Yeah, that's our mentor, by the way. In case.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so mad. I'm not trying to style on you guys.
What I say, the Lord.
I'm not.
Bro,
I'm
this is
not.
why I don't like
I'm
mentioning
not.
his name.
I'm not.
I feel you.
Yeah, and I just stumbled through life. I
Right, and eventually.
ended up here, and it was a mad journey, but it seemed mad from being inside it. But looking back, there was definitely an orchestrated. There was someone pulling the plugs and twisting the knobs 100%.
So when you come over from Ivory Coast, you're acclimatized into the UK life, going to school, picking up the culture, the way we move, all of that kind of stuff. When did you know that you wanted to act?
Oh, but
Or was that
I
just
did
in
not
you?
know, bro, till 2013.
Was it Vine? Was it the whole
The
Vine
Vine stuff?
Like,
Bro, that
epidemic.
I did everything wrong. I failed
Did everything
at
wrong,
everything. Not in GCSE, I did very well.
Okay.
I got 4 A's, 4 B's, 2 C's. I thought I did very, very good.
That was Vine's, man.
That's sick.
That's very good.
I don't count French as an A. 'Cause I
Bro.
would have said 5 A's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was like, it was multiple questions. Like,
Okay, yeah.
it has 4 pictures, and it'll say, quelle image un avion? What image is the aeroplane in
Okay,
French?
yeah,
and I'll tick it, and I was like, this is not
Yeah.
English.
Wow.
This is not like how the
GCSE,
English.
yeah.
I did French at A level, yeah, and the actual francophone dons couldn't, like, they actually got D's.
Did
Like,
they?
when it came to speaking, the A's, and then the writing, D's.
Well, I did.
Writing
French
was
in
hard
Yeah,
though.
writing was the hard bit, man.
Really?
French is hard. I have all the Latin-based like languages. French is nuts.
Yeah, I did
All
French
the
in
past,
GCSE.
present tense,
I got E.
past
Yeah, I got
reflexive.
E for excellent. Do you know
You
what I
know,
mean?
in college when I failed, my grades spelled ooey. Bro, my boys were onto me about that for a while. Ooey.
Damn, son.
I tried so hard in French, man. I really tried, and then I think it was around like January, like a few months before our exams. I told my teacher, I was like, "Yo, Miss Talon, I'm gonna fail. Like, I'm gonna fail."
Talon.
And
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
even like
Come
I'm not
on,
even
yes,
putting
I
curse on
remember.
myself.
Miss who?
Miss Talon.
Miss Talon.
You know what's funny? I was in
As
the
in like that's French for hill.
Is it?
Is it?
Like heels,
Talon?
like it's like
heels?
Heels, like je porte mes talons.
She always used to wear heels as well.
She did.
You know what? Yeah.
That's
you know,
hilarious.
do you know what the maddest thing is? I was in a restaurant today and someone asked me, "Oh, who was your French teacher at Crown Woods?" One drunk brother just came in the restaurant and he was like, "Who was your French teacher at Crown Woods? I used to teach there." And I was like, "Bro,
Who
what?"
was it? Who was he?
I had
who was
Miss
his name?
Silem Khan,
That was Miss Silem Khan. Oh no, you had Miss
I
Silem
had
Khan.
Miss Silem Khan.
Oh, okay.
but yeah.
Yeah, but I had Miss Talon. I just told her, "Yo, I know I'm gonna fail." I wasn't even putting curse on myself. It's just like the inevitable. Like
So
it's
you spoke death over your life then.
basically, and I flopped.
Okay.
I told my mum. I told my parents as well. I was like, "Mum, don't expect anything. Don't. It's over."
That's death, you know.
No, I just knew like
I just
French
don't
was not.
say
I
anything.
tried. I tried. I was
Just keep quiet.
I
How's school? Fine.
I think that's the only thing in life. Like I've really just given up. I just said it's over. It's over.
Fam.
It's a shame, man.
So how did you go from getting A's and B's to we?
No, so honestly, boy. So GCSE to me, we think about English, for example. We had a rogue teacher. Her name was Miss Soleil. She was so mean, but I get where the love was coming from. In our mock test, yeah, we tried our absolute best because she is so like when you mess up, bro, you're getting in trouble. But everybody kept failing. We was set 1, you know, and we're getting D. The highest person gets a C in our mock test. We're doing everything she says. On the day of the GCSE, she said, "I'll give £50 to anyone that gets an A."
Wow.
And we're like, oh, well, no one's getting that then. The lowest is an A. When we got our results, the lowest was
The
an A.
lowest was an A.
Yeah, and
Bro,
that
she
was me.
lost money,
I
bro.
Swear.
I got 2 A's.
She lost money, boy.
A in lit and A in thinking. And then she revealed, I was marking you down in all the mocks.
Wow.
I love that kind of stuff.
So we felt like we had to keep working harder, not knowing she was just making us tougher and tougher
That's
and
some
tougher.
Coach
and tougher.
Carter business, boy.
Yeah, basically.
That's serious. Honestly.
And yeah, we all like it was amazing. Like, and then going into like college, that was a whole nother world, man. Like,
What college did you go to?
I was supposed to go SFX.
Okay. I thought you
That was what I got into, but all my friends were at St. Charles.
Oh,
so
okay.
My dad was very upset about it, but I said I'm going to St. Charles because my friends are going to St. Charles. And it's just as good. It's just really far.
Wasn't it in East?
It was in West London,
West
Labrador Grove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, raw.
Was it another bait one, kind of like? Because I went
It's
to
bait.
CTK, so it's like St. Charles.
St. Charles,
SFX.
CTK, SFX.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were the debate ones. And yeah, that was a fashion college.
Okay, yeah.
That was drip or drown.
Wow.
Like, my days. We had the canteen was shaped in an L shape,
Yeah. Bear Ed Hardy.
Bruv, when you get to this part, this is where all the fashion is. All the normal people sit here. Like, oh my days. And I just got carried away, man. Like, I did some dumb stuff which I will not name. Wasted my time, focused on girls, and I was bunking class to chill.
Bunking, boy.
Bunking. I was bunking in the canteen when everyone goes to class.
Bare people used to do that at CTK as well.
And yeah, caught up with me. The UI came, and they kicked me out. My mum said, "Go to Lambeth College. One of your uncles studies, works there. Do a vocational course." I said, "No, I won't do a vocational course. I'll go Lambeth, but I'll probably do a BTEC or something. No, I'll try to do A levels there again."
Okay.
Went there. Dumbass. Remember in in St. Charles, I did chemistry,
Wow.
physics, economics, maths.
That is, yeah.
Remember, you pick.
Yeah, you
all the pick one you think.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's the
Bro, that's the myth.
yeah.
Because like it's impossible to do all of those ones. Well, some people.
So
have
you're a
done it.
maths brain then?
I was good at maths.
Wow.
I was English and maths. English was my favorite because it's like when I think about it, yeah, English was jazz, man.
You know about English, you can say anything so long as you justify it.
Oh,
You're
this
calm.
is exactly
So
what
long as you justify. That's why I loved it.
This is exactly.
This man used to chat so much ish
It's like-
on my poems.
Miss Soleil told us, listen, when you're reading a text,
Yes.
say, listen, this makes me feel like this, and
The reason
what,
why.
the reason why it makes me feel like this, and I think the poet or the writer was trying to portray this.
On the
And-
other hand,
and the other hand,
being
and to back these facts,
Yeah.
if you see here, he used an alliteration, bow,
Yeah.
bow, bow. I feel like he was trying to, and then
revert
you-
back to the question.
and then you get an A.
Yeah.
So-
That's why I love that subject.
Oh, and he used the ellipsis.
The
to
ellipsis.
create-
Yes, the
to
ellipsis
create
creates
suspense.
tension and suspense. Yeah.
So it's like she made us bomb proof for that. But then A level is, they even say A level is harder than a degree because it's like,
Oh yeah.
It's
It is-
intense.
It is,
It is very
it
intense.
is,
It
it's
is.
hard,
I
yeah.
agree.
and yeah, I tried to do the tough ones, bruv. I didn't apply myself. I went to Lambeth College and tried to do the exact same A levels.
Yeah.
You said this people defeat
Like,
me,
do
boy.
you know what that was? Insanity.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you try to do the same thing,
Yeah.
again and again without making any change, and you get the same result, and you keep doing it, that's insanity.
Definition of insanity.
Bruv. So I failed again. This time they said, Lambeth College said to me, so that's 2 years of my life
Okay. Ow.
gone. My parents are fuming at this point, fuming. Like, "Ah, boy, yeah, this is what you're doing in your life. Every day you're getting close.
What were the brands?
Trainer.
What were the brands at college, man? Lyland Scott,
Lyland
Scott,
Scott,
yeah.
Hardy,
Ed Hardy,
Lacoste sometimes.
Nike Blazers.
Night
The
Blazers,
Blazers,
the burgundy
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
go out of stock.
Everyone had a
I had all the
polo
colours.
shirt on.
Yeah.
We were all
Ralph.
rocking polo shirts.
Ralph.
There was one special one. Ferraducci was a little bit. Yeah.
Ferraducci?
You don't know about Ferraducci?
I've never heard
I
of
went
that
on
one.
top. I went dripping, bro.
That must be a West Wing.
Nah, it was a South thing.
It was a South?
Ferraducci.
Okay.
But anyway, so they let me do biomedical science.
Oh wow.
So I thought, okay, this is new. I was okay at science. I got a B in science. Let me go for it. And it's BTEC. It's mad coursework. So I said I was going to buckle down and do this one because I can't keep failing like this. And Lambeth College is full of people's aunties and uncles. So there's no one to even chill with. There's like, you know those ESO, bro, they're trying to speak English and all of that. So there's not much young people there, innit? So I met some people, some lovely people. I met my friend George that was an actor there. He really kind of introduced me to acting because he was already in it, and he kind of linked me to his agent. That's how I got my first agent and all that.
Oh, sick.
But we didn't do it in the college. It's when we left college that I asked him. So yeah, I got a MMM. So that's basically a B.
Okay.
And merit, yeah.
Merit.
And so I applied to go and do actuarial science in Kent.
Wow.
And yeah, that's what I was gonna do. It came to the time to go to uni and stuff, and I was doing a lot of dodgy stuff, guys, at the time. My parents, I was coming in late.
I screw with my throat, you know.
My parents kicked me out. They didn't really like the way I was coming in late and that. And yes, I was living at my cousin's, and they finally let me back in. But when they let me back in, my mum was like, "We're going Canada."
Hey.
But it's like she's booked the ticket from like 9 months ago. So we were always going Canada.
Yeah,
She just
we
never
were
said
always
it.
going.
So they pretend to let me in and forgive me a week before. And
At least she told you though, boy.
bro, so
Some man will be flying out and they don't even know that they're not coming back. Do you know what I'm saying?
oh no, I'm not from Canada. Leaving me in Canada is outrageous.
Oh, this was just a. Oh,
no, this was genuinely Canada.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
not like you're going to live.
I mean, if we're going to the airport and I see,
One-way ticket.
what I don't know, like Turkish Airlines
Yeah,
or
you're
something that
thinking.
goes towards Ivory Coast, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'll just walk out. So you can't twine me.
Yeah.
They've tried to do that before.
Wow.
On the tip of like, I remember when I went to it was Ivory Coast. My dad brings me to Ivory Coast. Well, it's a family holiday.
Yeah.
First day we land, we go back one of my uncles. Orders 2 beers. Clinks with his uncles at. Okay, right. I'm gonna leave him here with you. What? Do you know how deep it is? The uncle didn't even know what was going on.
Whoa.
He was like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's a nuisance in London. We're gonna leave him here. He's like, "No, you can't leave him here. There's nothing for him here." He's like, "No, he must stay here." And when I look back at it, it was a scare tactic.
Yeah.
But fam, I was terrified because it was a month-long holiday.
Jesus.
I said, "Oh my god, they're gonna leave me here. They're gonna leave me here.
Yeah.
They did it in the end. But I digress. Okay, cool. So we go to Canada, and my stepmom was being so horrible on that trip. Every chance she got to get onto me, she got onto me. And Canada is beautiful. We went on, bro. There's some bits of Canada that are inhabited. So it's like we drove past a mountain that was next to a still lake, and it was you can see the reflection of the mountain.
Beautiful.
Could have ejaculated. But, that's not good. But so
It's real.
now I remember we were going somewhere, but there was no space in one car. So my mum put me with an uncle to drive to a location. We were driving to New York from Canada. And I remember the uncle was like driving. I don't know this uncle, He's apparently my uncle, but we're driving. He goes, "So do you know Jesus?" Like, this is in French, by the way, so I'm giving an accent to make it make sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, but I go to church." This time my mum I've been confirmed and baptized, first communion as a Catholic.
Oh, as a Catholic, yeah.
But I mean, I was just going to follow my mum. I don't think I learnt myself what it is to be a follower of Christ. And he's like, "No, do you really know Jesus?" And I was like, I mean, every time I do something bad, I seem to like run away. So I never really get to know him, because every time I do something bad, I feel like I have to stay away from him. And he's like, "Oh, no. That's wrong. Your relationship with your earthly father reflects your relationship with your worldly father." And that's how I was with my dad. If I do something wrong, I'm avoiding him. I won't come home. If he comes upstairs, I go downstairs. If he comes downstairs, I go upstairs. And I was like, wow.
I can relate.
Bro, you hear the key, you're already packing.
Brother,
All the things you need to go, you turn off the game, you can't, bro.
Yeah. To your room, your prison cell.
Bro, you see prison cell?
Fam, it's your prison cell.
Bro, you know Windows, yeah? Before, everyone has their profile. At home, innit? Mom, dad. I changed mine to house prisoner, bro. Just to like give a message that this is how I feel. Bro, my dad, I got in big trouble for that.
Oh, I should have done the same thing, man. Now, bust case though.
Bro, so
House prison.
the uncle kind of explains to me the grace of Christ and what it is to know Jesus in a relationship and how to get away from the ceremony that church has become, as opposed to the church being the people. And like he was just demystifying a lot of things that religion kind of like put on top of everything. And I was like, I've never looked at it like that. He's like, yeah, like see Christ for yourself. And all I could think about is, I want to do drama. I don't know why that dropped. It just dropped to me. It was like, I want to do acting. Like I feel like the charisma that I have, like it's something that I've been hearing from people. Like I look at the world so differently, guys. It's like the most darkest things. I can find comedy in it.
I hear you. I hear you.
Like, and it's not a problem.
It's a gift.
Yeah, I've met friends that are also like that, so I feel normal.
Yeah.
But like, I feel the need to tell stories or to be a part of stories. And so I couldn't. So when I got back to London, I was in a rush to get back to London because I got into Canterbury Christ Church in Kent, but to do actuarial science. So I have to go into clearing.
Completely left.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Bro, so I go into clearing. I put myself into clearing. I'm doing this from Canada. Wow. Bro, I'm just calling up these creative directors of these classes. Like, listen, my personal statement says, you know, I want to do actuarial science, but I really want to do acting. I got through to the guy at Canterbury Christ Church, and he gave me a chance because he said, because I kind of gave him my story how about my parents want me to do this and this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, you know, I've always met fobs along the way that give me interest in. Like, it comes to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my mom in 86, she didn't let me. She didn't let me, but now I'm an artistic director of this establishment. So you know what, Tom? I'm gonna take a chance on you. I'm gonna take a chance on you.
Oh God.
And he let me in.
Wow.
No personal statement, no drama GCSE, no nothing.
Wow.
Just because you went through that.
And it's the people that I tell you, there's someone turning the knobs, there's someone pressing the buttons. I know it.
Put you in the right place.
So now, to get back to London, I have to tell my dad that I want to do drama. Have you ever like prepared your speech and then when you get there, the speech is gone?
Completely out of your mind.
So I go, Dad. So I got into uni. I'm gonna go to uni. This is what you want. You want me
warm
to
them up.
Yeah, like,
warm them up.
like, and my dad like proper did a meal for me and everything. When I got,
he's thinking my son is going to uni, actuarial science,
and I was like, boom, I want to do drama. I feel like this is something that I believe in. God, the way this guy was looking at me, bro. I know it was peak, yeah. Because when I said it, at first, he was looking at me. Then when I said it, he started looking at the TV while he was eating. And I could see the sweat like, dropping from his head. And he was like, okay, I don't want you to do drama. Hey, it's not traditional. But you know, I can't force you. But one thing I will tell you, if you start it, you have to finish it.
Okay.
If you don't finish it, do not consider me as your dad anymore.
Wow.
And
I was just about to say that's actually very reasonable. The fact that to start and finish.
start and
But that
finish.
is-
Not with the don't consider me your.
yeah, that bit, but the ending made
it was the wildest ultimatum because this is September, 3 months down the line, I drop out.
But isn't that statement ringing in your head? Because I'll be shook. Yeah,
Bro,
if he says,
I didn't come home. For the whole of the summer, I stayed 1 minute away from the house at my cousin's house and evaded the house as if I was still in uni because of the fear.
Fam, you can write something on this, you know.
Bro.
I feel like I'm in a film. Go ahead.
So at uni, bruv, they're teaching me how to become a drama teacher. Because drama degree, I wouldn't recommend any. Let me not even be bad, man.
No, be real, you know, because
Like-
I
Free the realness
I feel
here,
like
that's
I
what
feel
we try
like people that go to drama schools, there's no guarantee that you by doing a degree you're gonna become a successful actor.
No, but the drama degree is not what is needed. There's people that haven't
Yeah.
done a lick
Yeah.
of anything and are
And
working
become-
actors.
Yeah.
So it was teaching me how to be a drama teacher. Like, I remember I'll miss all the classes, I'll bunk all the classes, 9 a.m.s, all of that. They put us in groups to do like a showcase. And I was the guy that never turns up.
Wow.
And they would complain and complain to the point where they kicked me out of their group.
Damn.
And I had to do a play by myself. Bro, that's what I'm telling you. When something is in you, no one can take it away from you. So the teacher that let me in is fuming with me. He's like, I gave you a chance and you're missing classes, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already paying, so you're going to have to do your showcase now alone. Your teammates have kicked you out, your classmates. So the night before, I said, okay, God, I mean, make something happen because, I mean, I believe I got here because of you. I messed up, cool, I messed up, but you said you'll never forsake me.
Amen.
I sat there and I said, I wrote 3 things, 3 acts, like 1 sentences. In this scene, he does this, in this scene, he does that, in this scene, he does that, beginning, middle, end. And I went in there and improvised the whole thing. I got like, the last scene was like a church scene, so I got all the chairs
Yeah.
and lined them up like a church scene. Bro, it went from a prison, it's about characters that went to prison, found God in prison, but I made it all up.
Oh wow.
And the whole class stood up and started clapping. Like, that they even came down to put the chairs away from me. Like,
Wow.
because they all hated me. They all hated me in that class. Because I was the only black guy. I never turned up. And I always just asked them, like, do you not like this class? Like, do you want to be an actor? What do you want to? No one was on what I was on.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I passed. I didn't get like I got like a C.
Okay.
And they all got C's. So it wasn't like, to me,
Mad.
I was like, to my head, I was looking at myself, I was like, if I can do that like in one day, if I apply myself,
What? Yeah.
like that's like
Yeah.
small things like that was in my subconscious.
I
So
have talent.
I know I have talent, but where's my talent taking me? So now that happens, and this is when I start like getting to know God now. My housemate in uni, I was living with 3 girls and my cousin. And one of them, her mum was like prayerful, so I called her, she prayed into my life. And she said, God told me a few things. I've always forgot the 5th one. It was, don't do anything to tarnish your name. I will make you rich and famous. Stop making yours. I used to think myself into sadness in those times.
I remember you mentioning this at Mike's.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
Bro, I'll be sitting there